It's 4:20 in the Rocky Mountains. I'm this old stoner, and I'm ready to have a fart attack. And if you don't know what a fart attack is, that's just me trying to have some fun with art and music and creativity. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, everybody. Oh, NH Girl and Mark and Ox are all in the stream already waiting for me. That always makes me feel good when there's somebody there. I would do this with nobody there, of course. But if anybody has any doubts that I don't do a lot of preparation for these shows, especially in the last couple of months, I will say in the past I was just kind of did this stuff by the seat of my pants, just in the spur of the moment and wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. But I actually spend a little bit of time trying to trying to do a decent show in a short amount of time, trying to keep people entertained with music and art and all that sort of stuff. And a couple of times I've had someone try and throw a little monkey wrench into it, and that kind of happened again today. And all I'm going to say is that's not going to happen again, at least not from this person. And anybody that thinks that this is a hate club, well, I'm sorry, but you have to be the hater because I've done nothing but be nice and fair to anyone and everyone, and anyone that has shown anything the slightest bit derogatory to anybody else is out of here. So if you think this is a hate club, just get out of here and don't come back because I don't want you here. Because this is not a hate club. This is a place where everybody can have some fun. And I already did my video about, trolls and haters. I don't need to even go on to that. So, um, I did manage to salvage what I was going to do into something different but similar. Um, and I'd even worked out a song for it. Um, well, yeah, Ox, you're fine. I have no problem with you at all. You've been, everybody, I haven't seen any nastiness in here in a long time. But I've had some nastiness projected on me today, accusing me of running a hate club, and I'm not going to stand for it because this is not about hate at all. Everybody's welcome. I don't care who you are. Just be quiet. I mean, if you've got some issues with somebody else, what did I say the other day? If you've got a beef, this is a vegetarian stream. Take your beef somewhere else. Uh, okay. I don't want to dwell on any of that because that just takes up too much time and makes you feel ugly inside. I mean, and I had a bunch of stuff. Hey, Studio Geek, love your stream. I mean, and I was so happy I managed to make it to the premiere. It was awesome. And I want to make sure I get through this stream fast enough so that there's a nice little break. You'll be able to get over to Rant Jams pretty quick. Okay, so if you were here yesterday and you knew what I was going to do, you might think you know what I'm going to do. But here's the song. I even figured this out on this bell. My other bell, Faith in the Fallen, put out a new song today. And I'm thinking that I might want to do some sort of a collaboration with someone because I was kind of playing along with her new song on that, and I was like going, "Wow, maybe I can collaborate with my real steel bell." Okay, let me shut up and let me get the show on the road. Tell me what I'm gonna draw today. Oh, and my disclaimer, of course, that I always use when I use my fart bell is it may not be the right notes, it may not be the right tune, tone, key. Yep, that's what I'm going to draw. I'm drawing Spider-Man today, and I'll show you. Well, let me start the music up first. Oh, I stumbled into this new artist, this new musical artist today, and it should be the link to my playlist is in the description, and she's got 2 songs. She's got less than 100 subscribers, but this song just popped up in my suggested list, and oh God, it was awesome. And the song after this is another original by her that is on acoustic guitar. She's only got like 8 videos on her whole channel. Her name is Marissa Berkey, and the name of this song is Hating Just for Fun. And then her second original is Hide. And then I've got some Jim Brentar and Catfish Jones. I mean, I originally set this playlist up special just for who I was going to be doing today's show for. But they kind of, well, like I said, they projected a lot of their insecurities on me, so I'm not gonna, and really got me upset and bent out of shape, and I don't like feeling that way, so that's never gonna happen to me again. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. And someone, I don't know that, I don't know if it was, I looked to try and see who suggested this, and I couldn't find it. It may have been on Instagram, because after yesterday's show, I did see a message somewhere where someone said, oh, you're going to have to do Spider-Man now. And, well, I had planned on doing something Spider-Man-ish. Spider-Man-ish. Oh, God. Okay. And I did that, my practice one, I kind of did a different way. So I'm going to see if I can't do it this way too, because since Spider-Man has all these lines, all the little web lines all over his costume, I was thinking that might mess it up. I mean, I went ahead and drew them in with my blue pencil, but I'm not going to draw them in until after I've got all the color on here. Oh, and Studio Geek, I like that you were drawing. If you're really serious in getting interested in that, I've got a set of 80 color markers that I plan on giving away eventually. I'm not exactly sure when or how I'm going to do it, but I just want to make sure that whoever I give it to is actually going to use them, you know? I mean, I like giving stuff away, especially these drawings. These card drawings especially, because I can just drop it into an envelope and drop it in the mail. It only costs me a stamp. And I just love doing that. I mean, I get as big of a thrill out of giving people stuff like this as actually drawing it. You know, I just, in my head, it's just amazing that people like what I'm doing enough to want it. I will go ahead and draw the spider in, because that'll kind of help the look of it as I'm coloring it in. Yeah, this song that she did was just awesome. Hey, Turtle, right on. Oh, yeah, she is, isn't she? And this song just blew me away. It was really a trip. It was, I mean, it just all of a sudden it was in my face. And there's just been all this talk about hate and stuff going on, that it was just the irony of it all just kind of blows me away. And that's kind of how my life has been. There's always just all sorts of ironic and coincidence that sometimes you wonder, is that really a coincidence? It's just, sometimes it's just like too much for it to really be a coincidence. But yeah, this just came up in my face, and it wasn't an hour later I got into my little hate being projected onto me, and it wasn't fun. It felt terrible. And I try to be as fair to everybody as I possibly can. Because there's just no time for that crap. Not in my life. Life's too short to get caught up in that kind of bullshit. So you see what I'm going to do? I'm just drawing the basic lines there so I can jump into it. And my markers, I'm going to be using a combination of the Cali Art and the chroma markers. I still need to be careful because even these thin lines that I did are still wet. But it should just make it come out really nice that I do all the webbing after I get the color. That way I can enhance the lines and do all the webbing and get it to come out really cool. Oh yeah. But the thing about it is that it's so easy to just, trolls and haters. All it takes is a block and a mute. But when you go and you look for them, that just makes your life miserable. If you're looking for it, and too many people are going out there looking for it, or trying to get back at whoever they felt slighted them. It's easy. I don't promote anybody hating somebody else. Basically, like what I say, I don't really hate anybody. But I basically feel nothing for them. I feel no love. I feel no hate. They are just not worth my time, especially on YouTube or any social media. Now, if they were outside my door knocking on my front door, that's a whole different situation. But to get bent out of shape about YouTube crap, forget that. There's too much good stuff, like this gal here. And remember the flutist I was telling you guys about this week? When was I talking about her? It had to have been Monday. I can't remember. I played a bunch of her stuff. And last week, in 5 days, it was like last week was when I first saw her very first video that I just kind of went, wow. And then I listened to her taking requests Saturday. So when I saw the first video of hers that I saw, she had like 1,500 subscribers. And then by Sunday, she was up to like 6,000, a little over 6,000. And then she put out a video yesterday, I think, and she has 8,000 subscribers already. I said she's going to hit 10,000 by the end of the month. Shoot, she may hit 10,000 by the end of next week, the way that she's going. She is just, I love her stuff. And I'm sure you guys recognize this. Some Jim Brentar, inspired by a couple of Joneses. And now, I tried using the Cal Arts, but these have pretty much dried up. So, is Half B back? Right on, welcome Half B. You're new. I'm gonna have to check your channel out, see what you're about. I just noticed you started showing up here yesterday. That was really cool. It's always cool seeing new faces. Spider-Man is another one of those that can be intimidating just because of all the webbing on his suit. And I'm not sure which era this is. This is like almost classic, but not quite. This is a little bit past the classic version. This is probably the John Buscema version, because the Ditko version, he always had these webs under his arms. Hey, Stacy, welcome to the stream. Always cool to see Stacy Morgan. Man, that guy, he is a legend. And I love the bat belt you made. And I think I got, do I have the sound right? Let me double check. Yeah, I think the sound is right. Needed to check it real quick. It's always kind of a bummer when I look back at the replay and I don't have it mixed just right. I'm pretty sure that I've got it figured out. As long as, hey, there's Ranch Jams, right on. I think I'll have to be all done in time for your stream. I'm sure I will be, because even when I go over, it's usually not more than 10 minutes over. And that's kind of why I do not only is starting at 4:20 like a really great little gimmick, but if I can keep it to 30 minutes, I'm done by 5 o'clock. I can get my thumbnails and my tags done in 10 minutes. And, well, I like to watch the news. So it gives me time to get everything done and go sit around and watch the news. Upstairs, because upstairs I can watch the news and watch videos and stuff. But today I will just be going right to your stream and hanging out. Oh, and you should check out I have the playlist to all the music that I play on the show. There's like 100, it's getting close to 110 songs on there now. And I'm always getting served up original music, and I've added probably 10 new original artists onto my playlist just this week, because there's been like some sort of a new change in YouTube that serves things up a little bit different. So when it gives you the recommended, there's now like a little bar at the top where you can choose whatever it is. Oh yeah, my playlist is one that's really worth plundering. There's it's all original music. Lots of really good original music too. And now I haven't gotten permission from everybody on it, but most everybody on it is like less than 1,000 subs. Hey Claire. Oh, Kathy? Oh, is that my sister on here? Hey, Kathy. Yep, you know this superhero too, Kathy. And here soon, as soon as they will let us get together, Kathy's gonna cook me some catfish. Tell you what, I've been jonesing for some catfish. And hush puppies, are you gonna make me some hush puppies too? I tell you what, we grew up with the best catfish and hush puppies in the world, I would say. And I'm sure Kathy knows the recipe to that. Okay. So now is when I come back with the pen and do all these little lines. Let me go ahead and finish the spider there. I forgot to finish the leg. I remember the lines for his mask is probably one of the things that always intimidated me the most about trying to draw Spider-Man. Well, besides trying to get his head the right roundness.
I was born to work these 2 lanes. I signal when it's time to change. I was born to have.
Oh yeah, that's right. In my practice, I decided I was going to do all these little lines, all the webbing lines with this micron pen, and then I'm going to come back with my brush pen and do the outline and stuff so that I can go do all the really cool thin to thick. I got the things going the wrong way. That's all right. That was the other thing. I kept like zooming in on this to see which way the webs were supposed to go. And I think I got them going the right, the little arc on them. I think I got them going the right way. I'm not sure. But, oh, that's right, yes. They go this way. I was confusing the lines for his chest and his abs with the webbing. Got it. Let me make sure I keep it up in the camera so you guys can see it. The basic drawing of Spider-Man is actually pretty easy. But it's just all these little lines and stuff. It kind of creates a little bit of intimidation. But I've been nailing it this week so far, and that's probably because I'm drawing every day. When you do something every day, you start to get you just gonna naturally improve. Okay, now I can use this brush pen and really give the lines some nice character. And also be able to like cover up the places where the color kind of bled out of my lines that I already had.
Try to notice it all when I breathe.
One thing I have noticed when you're trying to draw circles or ovals, if you start at the top and do like half and then half, it seems to be a little bit easier. If you just try and draw it around, it's a little bit tough. Ends up being a little bit oblong, or at least it seems tougher. I don't know if it actually is easier or not, but it sure seems like it's easier when I do it that way. Okay, and then I also need to do these little ab lines in here too.
Sleek feathers fanning out from its wings, the creature flies.
Seems darker on the camera than it does here.
Falling high,
I have noticed that my
with gentle current keeps them afloat on the
reference always seems like it's a lot,
high.
appears to be lighter than the actual drawing that I'm doing here.
On the cloudless sky,
Oh yeah.
somebody points and says, "Look at the bird." Oh wait,
What am I doing? Oh good, I still got
and the heart's
10 minutes before I hit my 30-minute mark.
like a hawk collecting
So yeah, I'm gonna finish this in plenty of time.
What's
Awesome.
wrong with being a vulture? The unsung hero of the
Well,
ecosphere.
monkey wrench didn't slow me down one bit.
Has made my day.
Just was a little bit stressful. I had a little stressful afternoon, but I get over that stuff really quickly, and I wish other people could,
You are
because
not
it's not worth hanging on to.
vulture to me.
And usually that's what the problem is that you're hanging on to something that you shouldn't be hanging on to.
Descending toward the carcass nearby. Cloak of feathers sweeping the earth of its dead as life goes on. Keeping
Well, I'm gonna make this just a little bit darker there. Add a little bit of a shadow.
Somebody points and says, "Look at the bird." Oh
How's
wait,
that?
it's only a
Well, I could bring some more shadows in, but I'm not going to.
to.
I mean, if I get to doing a little bit too much there, well then the next thing you know, time just will get out of hand. So, what did I decide was going to be the best? My practice one came out pretty good, so I think I will, I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll go, okay, I don't want to think too hard. If I get to thinking too hard, well then it just adds too much time to it. I mean, if I did have a lot of time, it would be really cool to try and draw some big buildings in the background. But I'm not going to do that. I've got some nice colors worked out on how to do this background with these chromas. Just need to be careful not to get the yellow too contaminated. Well, try not to get any of the color too contaminated. The best way, especially if I'm doing yellow, is to just carefully outline it, and then I can kind of color it in, because I've got another color that I think is going to set it off and make it look like he's oh, should I do that now? Yeah, I want to, the drawing doesn't have anything like this, but I kind of added it to my sketch.
Playing at a weakness, roses on a white dress. I remember nothing less.
Because I kind of wanted to do like the classic hand gesture of him doing it, because the two different pictures, but I figured maybe if I just throw a little webbing into it, that would kind of fix up that and make me feel a little more satisfied about it.
I remember nothing.
And I did the, it was like an afterthought on my practice one. And I like did the wrong color first and it just didn't quite, it turned out looking kind of funky.
Sickle moon says, sleeping like a princess as the moments pass, and a hero on white horses will be there.
Picked up a little bit of that black there. I'm always afraid I'm going to do.
Roses on a white dress, breaking through the magic behind glass. Brush hair from cheek and the lightest kiss. I remember nothing less. Sickle moon says, just watch the eyelids as they open.
My new markers, the yellow I like is just super bright. I really like the new. But I can just kind of scribble this on there because the color that I'm going to be putting on top of this just really makes it come out good. Oh, is Count Yorga here? Oh, and Bull's here. Right on.
I remember nothing less.
This one seems like it's starting to dry out too, and I've hardly used it. But that's okay. That's okay, because I got lots of markers now. And I even have a Copic of this brand. Okay. Now, let's see if this is going to look as good as it did on my practice one. Where do I want to start? Let's start here.
Well, I'm gonna fly away. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change my life. Don't you know that nothing stays the same? There's never enough time.
Yeah, this chroma, the chroma colors had a really nice orange. And by putting the yellow underneath it, it just seems to make it glow all that much cooler. Much nicer glow. I was watching a guy doing some marker drawing, and every time he pulled out the chisel end, hey Finite World, oh, I found a picture for the hillbilly guy, and I was watching the commercials too. I looked up a bunch of those old commercials. Yeah, I remember those old commercials. It'll tickle your innards.
Don't you know that nothing stays the same? There's never enough time. Never enough time. Look to the horizon, and I think to myself,
But it was a trip that those commercials were like,
how can
kind of
I be flying?
reminded me of like a Game Boy color. It wasn't even in color. It wasn't black and white either. It was just this weird lime green. I guess it was Mountain Dew green was like the color.
Don't you know that nothing stays the same? There's never
Hillbilly Willie, that's his name. I'd forgotten that he was like the mascot to that, and he was actually on the bottles and stuff. Had like a little hole in his hat.
Never enough time.
Rant Jam's mom, Donna Shaw, asked me to do a portrait of Rant Jams. I'm going to be doing some portraits next week. Rant Jams. There's like 3 real people that I'm going to do portraits of, and 1 fake person that is like a portrait. Arthur from Red Dead Redemption, I got a really great picture of him that looks like a portrait.
Was so blinding at night, so I crashed. I embraced the impact. No, didn't feel no pain.
Alright, look at that.
Not right away.
Didn't that background come out looking cool? Well, I'm not quite done yet.
Here to face another day.
But I started doing like, I've got like 3 different sizes of this. This one I decided, for the most part, I'm just doing an outline.
Feeling good, so good.
My practice one, I did do a few little highlights. I started doing highlights, but it would just get too nuts because of all the webbing on his costume to try and do a whole bunch of highlights on there. I might do a few muscle highlights, but just the outline seemed to be all this one really needs to set it off real nicely.
I was saved, I've been saved. Ooh. Here to face another day. I've been saved, I've been saved.
I'm having a hard time getting my line just right with this.
No, didn't feel no pain. No, not right away. I was saved, I've been saved. Oh, here to face another day. I've been saved, I've been saved.
It always seems like it's easier to pull the line than to push it.
You felt like you want to get away. I could take you to a place I know.
I gotta put a few little highlight
There's
lines in
healing in the water.
there. Just have to be careful not to get
And you'll always feel that
carried away with it.
Leave behind your boastful nature. No one cares what you have done.
Now you got enough. Yeah, that's enough. I think I'm gonna call that good. Oh, that sounds awesome, Bull. Yeah, I do have I've got a portrait of that I did of your other character over here. You need to email me your mailing address. I have international stamps, so I can get it to you. I've got I'm going to be mailing out an international one this weekend, actually, to Phil. And let me put my little signature on it. I'll do it in black. Here we go. Spiderman. Oh, I've got your email. You need to email me your mailing address. I've got your email. Well, yeah, I think I still have that email. Um, what is it? Oh, it's almost time for Rant Jam's show. I went a little bit over, but let me pull this out so I can make sure to have a really good thumbnail. Oh yeah, yeah. Jidlid, yeah, I still call you Jidlid in my head. I always call you Jidlid in my head. And there was my practice one. They both came out really good. I was real happy with it, even with all the bullshit that was coming in at the time. And well, let me end my show real quick. Pause that. Get rid of hide the desktop. Pull out my fart bell. And end the show like I always like to end it, because it just sounds so cool, and I'll never quit that, because fun with art being fart is just fun. And I don't care who you are and whether you like it or not. If you don't think that's fun and funny, well, I feel sorry for you, because it is, and it always will be. And it's not just this little group. I mean, I've seen people calling fun art fart all over the internet if you really look at it. Oh, and before I get to babbling on too much and, step on Rant Jam's toes, fart jams for life. Fart Club forever. Oh, yeah, yeah. And only one rule of Fart Club: have fun with art and music. Anything that you might consider art and music. Oh, I just heard Rant Jams go live. I'll see you guys over there. Have a great evening and be good to each other.